everybody, this is Pam at the Paper Outpost, and today we are going to be making these little lovely pockets. They're super easy to make, and they use not playing cards. These are game cards. Game cards. This is from a Trivial Pursuit that I bought, and I think I actually didn't buy the whole game. I just bought the box of questions for $2 at the thrift store, and this gives you so many cards, which are a wonderful weight to work with. So there's a great resource if you haven't ever considered those. Maybe you have some hanging around the house that you're not using anymore, or you could negotiate with neighbors, stuff like that. Say, hey, got any games you're not using? Great thing to find at garage sales and thrift stores. And there you go, not too expensive to purchase. Okay, so let's go ahead, and I'm going to show you these different prototypes, and then we will make some of these. But first of all, I want to remind you that today is the last day of the big sale at the Paper Outpost. So on Etsy, you'll get 40% off vintage DigiKits, the printable downloads. You'll get 10% off FUNDLEs, which are the collections of the old papers and unique papers to make junk journals. And you'll get 10% off the print and mail. If you don't have a printer at home, the print and mail service, I will print and mail you 10 DigiKits, which will give you 50 pages of images to work with. And all I need from you is the list of the names of the DigiKits you would like, or say surprise me. And you can send me your list to pam@thepaperoutpost.com via email, or message me in Etsy and buy the print and mail option, and they will be on their merry way to you. So great discounts. Sale is still going on. Cyber Monday. Here we are in the home stretch, and it runs till midnight. So if you've had any second thoughts about getting a few more items, there you go. And thank you very much to everybody who has purchased. We are truly appreciative of all your support. And Sunny, do you have a few words? Yes, Mom. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay, I'm coming. Floating over. Here I come. Oh, Mom, you got the super zoom on again. Okay, so I'm really thankful, and I'm very appreciative. Yes, I am. I know. And you guys are amazing, and thank you for all your support, because I get special treats. Yes, I do. I got some, Mom said it was like beef pancreas or something like that, but it was made in the USA. It was very healthy. That's all I know. It's supposed to be very good for me. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. A little too much information there. Yes. Okay. So there we go. These are so much fun, and these are, again, like potato chips. You know what I mean? You make one, you want to make 100, and there's many different ways to make these, and many different ways to style the pocket. So we're thinking pocket. Okay, so the easiest concept to consider would be the basic pocket of a back and a front. And then you could just come along and tuck anything you like in here. I just didn't tuck anything in there because I have, yes, I have stickles in there, and we know what that means, right? She's gonna smudge it and it's not dry. But basically the pocket is back here. Okay, so you could tuck in stickers, little DigiKit pictures. You could put pictures from books. You could draw little pictures, tuck them in there, put quotes or notes or anything, little save the date, favorite poem. I mean, you name it. Little stationery pieces in there would be really cute. And what you can do, now looking at the back, it still looks like a regular card. You would just glue this to your page. And that way you could either have a pocket back here and a pocket here, or just glue the whole back down and just have one pocket. The advantage to gluing the whole thing down with one pocket is your journal won't get too fat too quickly. So just a little tip there from the chubby journal maker. And but there's nothing wrong with a double pocket. That's perfectly okay too. Okay, so this one I inked around. I put some old index page. I love working with index pages because they have the most interesting writing on them. Look at this: gastropods, mollusks, restriction enzyme, restriction fragment length, polymorphism. Hey, now we're talking, right? This is a butterfly. It was a sticker, and I put some stickles on it, and I put a little stickle here, stickle there, stickle everywhere. You know me once I get started. And I put a little smudge because I had gold on here because I had some gold on my finger from working on another one, which I'll show you. And I just smudged around and gave it a little bit of a gold accent. You know, it has a nice gold sheen on it here and there. It'll pick up the light. And very easy to make. And we will make an example of that. Now, number 2 was the angle cut. That's right, pretty easy concept, but very cute and looks very different from the first one. Very easy to function. And this one I used a piece of wallpaper, and this was a word I found in a book, and I just tore the page out, made it fit that, and I just thought it was kind of cute. So when you see a cool word in a book, grab it. Yep. Okay, number 3 would be this one. I think I made next. This one is basically, it has a bottom tuck on it. And this piece here, this gold piece, is actually just punched out of a card, and then I used gold gilding paste on it to make it gold. And then I just attached it at the bottom, so it works like a bottom tuck. It's just glued along the very bottom, so you can just come along and tuck things in there. So very easy to operate, very fun to do. Number 4 was actually where, see, can you see this gold half circle is what I cut out from here. So I had this piece left over, and I thought, well, that looks like a pocket in and of itself. So I just gave it a back, put another card behind it. This is from an old book page, and this is some writing from a like nonfiction. I think it's a fiction book, actually. And then this is a little punched out piece of paper and a butterfly, and then I just put some, yes, stickles on it. It's that time of year. We can stickle. We can go with the glitter. It's okay. Bring on the bling. If you're going to do it, now's the time to do it. Don't hold back. This is your big moment to shine. You can do it all year long. But there you go. It's especially okay right now. It's always okay. And this one just has little corner tucks. So these things can all come out now that I've glued it in there permanently. Yeah, look at that. Rabbit's foot is stuck. Come on, rabbit. Oh, I ripped the whole thing off, figures, right? I got to get in there and not rip the rabbit foot off. Okay, this is how we're going to fix it. We're going to fix it. Yep, this is because she won't wait until the glue is dry. That's right. But if you wait until your glue is dry, life will be good. Yeah, okay, this is still sticky enough. I can just stick it right back down. I think I wiped off half the glitter. It happens, you know, we'll fix it. We'll fix it. There we go. Anyway, but that's the basic concept. So we just did some circle punches and quarter punch cut them basically, and then we use them as 2 little side tucks. You could also go along and put little like scallops of a bunch of these along and have a pretty little scalloped bottom tuck. Maybe we'll do that in the example. But anyway, I just backed it with, the back one has a book page, and I'll show you an easy way to glue that and attach that. So there we go. Let's make some of these babies, huh? Let's make them. Let's make them. Okay. All right, here we go. All right, so let me just, I think I can work with you guys there. Okay, so the first thing I did was you grab 2 game cards, and then you just take one and you just basically cut it in half. We're going to make this one first. This is a very basic, easy one. And I just used my guillotine cutter. You can use any scissors, doesn't really matter. And you make it as wide as you want that bottom to be. It's totally up to you. Okay. And there's no right or upside down or right side up because these are all going to be totally covered, so that's okay. That wasn't a very straight cut, but you know, we're just rolling with it. Okay, so now I'm going to put on a background here, and maybe I will use pink like I did there. I'm going to use to my advantage, this is an avocado dyed page, but you can use any paper. The thinner the paper, actually the easier it is to work with. So if you have music paper or dictionary paper or something like that, or a thin book page, that is your friend. But we will use this just so you can see how I did that. Okay. And I'm using Scotch Create glue stick. But you can use any glue here, but this one just happens to work well in this situation. So I'm just going to glue it up. I'm gluing the whole thing up. And technically, you don't have to glue the part that is below. You don't have to glue anything below where your other one's going to sit. But it's just easier. I don't feel like cutting and measuring. Okay, here we go. Now I'm just going to use the corner of the page to already handle those edges, okay, so I don't have to fuss. No muss, no fuss, right? Kind of nice. All right, now you can come along, and this is a little thicker paper, so this is what I'm going to do in this case. I am going to just cut it with the craft knife. If you go slow, you can actually use, oops, you can't see anything. If you go slow, you can actually use the card as your brace. Go slow. Try not to cut into the card, but all will go well. And you're like done. It's like fast, right? That's nice. And it perfectly fits. It's beautiful. And then you come along with your dauber of choice. I lost my brown dauber. I don't know where it went. I've looked high and low. If anybody sees it, please let me know. It's probably right in front of my face, but I've checked my desk 3 times, checked the floor, checked the garbage, checked wherever I walked. It's gone. Oh, I know what I didn't do. Okay, with this particular design, I rounded the bottom. You see this? I rounded the bottom. So let's go ahead and just do that to give it that little pockety kind of look, like t-shirt pocket look. And I used my very faithful but broken crocodile corner chomper. And if you align these, it likes to chomp big things, so it's going to handle the weight of the card and the paper, no problem. And it's going to make them all nice and uniform. Okay, and there we go. So now we just want to cover this with something, and we're looking for a little anything. How about this? What's that? This would be nice. What is this? We don't know really. And it can be anything. It doesn't have to be anything specific. Okay, here's like a lamp. All right, but I think it's going to look cool if it covers this thing. So I'm just going to try that. I'm going to try it. All right, here we go. So I need glue. Where's the glue? Where's the glue? Okay. Yep. Okay, got my glue on. Now, gotta figure out where the lamp is. Here it is. All right, let's see what we get. Get the whole thing. All right, now I sort of had a cut piece there. What's that? Let me remove this little odd thing that I had glued earlier. We don't need that anymore. No, you be gone, and you be here. There we go. All right, so we're going to do the same thing. Now that we have rounded corners though, I want to show you a little trick. You may have seen me do this before, but it works quite well in these situations. So the card is relatively stiff, and hopefully the paper is not too thick, but we can use a sanding block, our old friend, or a sanding sponge, depending on which part of the country you're from, to get rid of the edges of the paper. And it cuts it like flush with the edge of the paper, but it goes around corners too, which is kind of neat. So now what you want to do is not just down, but kind of down and at an angle, and you'll cut faster. There's a level of expediency that happens there. It also helps if you fold a little bit to get it started, and then you just come around. You kind of hold your finger behind it, so give it a little extra brace if the cards aren't super thick. The thicker your undercard, the better it will be. And when you get close to the corner, just give it something to brace on, like your finger, and then it will magically just fit the edges. It's kind of cool, actually. And then you can come on here with your handy dandy. Everybody should have one of these 1-inch circle punch. Very handy in the junk journal crafting world. We can use it for so many things. So now that we've done that, we can ink this. Not necessary, but kind of fun. No, that wasn't the door, Sonny. Wasn't the door. Are you sure, Mom? No, I'm sure. Because it could have been the door. I know, it sounds like the door, doesn't it? This thing isn't bad, but it's not my little round one. I like my little round one because I'm used to it. And then I feel like I'm lost. I'm floating. I'm bobbing on the sea with this square thing. Help. It'll show up. I'll get up and it'll be like sitting on my chair or something like that. You know how it goes. You guys have been there. You know. Okay, so here, this is going to magically just woof, go there. Now I'm going to go ahead and just ink around these edges because that's going to be what's going to show. And just give it this is, the avocado dyed paper, just for fun. You can use scrapbook paper, you could use gift wrap. Gift wrap would be great because it's very thin, and this will take it off in 2 seconds. So do yourself a favor and grab the gift wrap. I didn't even think about that. Now, one thing I want to tell you is that if you match it up perfectly, corner to corner, and like round end to round end, so everything's exactly the same size, you're going to get that shape. Now, if you want to make your pocket deeper, you could slide this down and make a deeper pocket. It's going to look like that on the back, but that doesn't matter. And you're only going to glue the sides. The bottom would stay. You could put a little bead of glue here, but you'd have a very shallow pocket. I'd probably say leave it open at the bottom. But I'm going to do it the same size, but I wanted you to know that you can make them bigger if you want to, or longer by sliding that up and down. This time here's an old friend we haven't seen in a long time, art glitter glue. Yeah, I don't know why, I just felt compelled to start using it, and it's still working well, yeah. So here we go. Oh, it's got a few little weird stringy gooey things coming in because I haven't used it in a long time, but it still does function. That's a really good white glue if you're looking for a white glue. Art glitter glue. I don't know what it has to do with the glitter. It's just like a regular all-purpose white glue the way I use it. So wherever you're going to use white glue, you could use that. And that's basically a paper-to-paper type of glue. That's your best bet with art glitter glue. Okay, there we go. All right, so we have that. Now we could put something on there. See, we have a butterfly, and I put a sticker on there. So let me find a sticker of some sort. Here's kind of a cute one. Let's see, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Okay. I either have a pot. That's kind of cute, actually. I kind of like that. All right, I'm going to put this little French press coffee pot. Anybody drink French press coffee? I think this is a French press coffee pot, but I think it is to press, right? Yeah. My husband loves French press coffee. I mean, not so much. No, I'm kind of like, meh. Okay, I'm going to put that there. I'm going to use, I don't even think I'm going to take the back off. Why? Really? Sometimes I wonder, like, why do we take the backs off? Why don't we just leave it on, stick it on, stop fussing already? Okay, there we go. So it looks like you have a long accordion arm that comes out and grabs your coffee pot. I think that's kind of cool. I would like to have one of those. Maybe I'll get that for my husband for Christmas. Okay, so then I just tuck something into the, there's a thing. Oh, here we go. Just a sticker, maybe a couple stickers or something like that. Or, what do we got hanging around? With Paris, that's nice. Yeah, they probably drink coffee in Paris. There you go. All right, so there you go. We got like something to pop something in. Very quick, very easy, very fun. Number one, and done. Okay, now I didn't stickle it, but we won't stickle it right at the moment. Okay, we'll stickle it. Why not? Yeah, this is the year to stickle, or the time to stickle, right? Yeah. So today I'm going to use glisten. Yeah, I think it's like a mix of different colors, mostly the metallics. And I'm just going to put them on here. I'm just going to do it. Yeah, just going along. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And then let it dry. That's right. Let it dry. Forget about it. Go have lunch and come back a long time later. Okay, and just, I always overstickle because once I get started, I got to keep going. I don't know what it is, like a thing. But I really enjoy it, so it's okay. Yeah. And if you're that way, then go for it. All right, there we go. See, got a little glitter. Can we catch the glitter in the light? But it's very pretty and it looks a little Christmassy. There we go. All right, so you're off and running, and that was you. So we'll put you over there. Okay, number 2 was the cross cut. Simple concept. We again are going to grab 2 very basic game cards, and we're just going to cut from one of them like that. So let me go do that. I'm right here. Okay, I haven't left the building. I am right here. Okay, and we cut. Okay, save this other piece because we may want it for punching things out. Okay, so this is the concept. Very simple, right? We're just going to use that there. So we need a background, so we can use anything. Oh, I have more of this stuff. Why don't we just use that? Here, this is wallpaper, which is kind of cool. So you can get some interesting patterns if you have any vintage wallpaper hanging around. And often you can find those, the wallpaper in thrift stores or garage sales and stuff like that. It's a little more expensive to buy online, but you can find it. I think they also sell it on Etsy and that if you want to get variety packs, which is a fun place to get it. There we go. All right. Now this time I think I'm going to use the guillotine, not the guillotine. You can use your guillotine cutter for this. If it's a thicker paper, I would recommend cutting it with either scissors or a craft knife or something like that because it's just faster and easier. Okay, let's see how I did. Okay, that was not bad. I don't know why all of a sudden I grabbed the ruler. I just feel maybe a little safer with the ruler here, even though I could use the card as the template, but sometimes you just want that little extra bit of certainty. Keeps your fingers away from the sharp craft knife. I know a lot of people are terrified of this thing, and I have people telling me all the time, I'm so scared every time you put that thing up. And I used to be scared of it initially, and then I just slowly started working with it, and I will never take my eye off the blade. I have cut myself, yes I have, and it did hurt, and I bled, and it was very sad. No, it wasn't that bad. But you learn, like once you cut yourself, you're like, oh, okay, this is serious stuff. Don't be messing around with that. You don't mess with that. Okay, so now we have this piece. And now we want to put something interesting here. So let's go find something interesting. Okay, here's a book page. What do you have? Burning lenses and mirrors. That's fascinating. I love that. Okay, let's see what we can get to fit on here. I think the whole thing will fit. Okay, well, let's glue it down. All right, so you never know what you're going to find in a book. Every page is a plethora of pleasures when it comes to the words and the language and the vocabulary and all that kind of fun stuff. Got to remember where that is. Turn it over. Oh, sex life. No, can't do that. This is animal sex life, okay? Everybody settle down. It's natural. Birds making birds. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I'm probably going to get tweeted from untweeted or something. Probably can't say that word. All right, but anyway, there we go. This is a relatively thin page, so I am going to fold it a little bit, get my creases going. And I could cut it with the thing. Well, let me try with this, just so you can. Did I show you that yet? I don't know. Here we go. I think I did. This is a relatively thin one. It's already coming off very easily on that side. Just go to the other side. Make it all nice and folded. There. That's through. Okay, might have to do the edges a little bit better, but it'll all be good. So you guys have a nice time? You recovered from your turkey comas? Is it just me? No, I got a feeling I've got friends in that department. I think somebody texted me burp. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that happens sometimes, you know, in the world of crafting. So what we're going to do, we're going to cover it. And this time though, okay, normally I would cover it with some brown. So we'll start with that. So let me just get a little extra ink there. And if it doesn't cover, which is not bad, honestly, that's not bad. But I thought I'd come along with the gilding gold. That might be kind of fun because then I know the gilding gold will stick. Yeah, so let me try that. Okay, so what do we got so far? Where's our base? It's over here. All right, so we got that. That looks kind of cool, actually. All right, where's the gold? I'm going to use this stuff, and I have looked forever to try and find a bottle of this. This company, Artc or Artco, it says www.myartc.com. They don't carry it anymore. This company, I think, is still there. I've looked on eBay a million times, so hoping somebody would have an old jar. This stuff, okay, this stuff I've had for probably 6 years, and it is exactly the same consistency. It's like always ready to use. It never dries. You're probably not supposed to smell it, but it smells like orange essential oil, and it smells so good. And so I thought, oh, let me get others. Let me get others, because I'm sure they're good too. Yeah. Okay, so I do have a whole bunch of others, don't get me wrong. And I found some that are really, really pretty, almost as good, but not quite as good as this one. So if anybody knows where I can find this, please let me know. See, this will color, but it's like harder wax or something. I don't know, it's like crumbly. It's not as nice, But it doesn't look bad. Okay, I mean, it's all right. Okay, what's about? Just go, Pam. Got to use this stuff up. You bought it, right? Okay, there we go. Smudge it. Looks like a 2-year-old came along with their crayon. But it's a completely different feel, you know? Okay. There we go. Okay, probably put too much on. Oh, well, too late now. Hit half the words. That's okay. Put a little there. It's like a crayon, like a pencil crayon or something at this point. And it's probably perfectly fine, you know, maybe because I'm just so unbiased. Because I like my old one. I like you. Let me put a little of you on just to say I did. Okay. Maybe I'll run along the edges and give you a little bit of gilding. Who doesn't love a little gilding, especially this time of year? You know what I mean? You know, the gilding and the glitter. This is it. Bring it on. Bring it on. You can't be all neutral Sallies all year long. For goodness sake, we need to kick it up every once in a while. And this is how we get crazy. We just roll up our sleeves and go hog wild. We go glitter and we go gold. Okay, here we go. Look at that, I even got some on here. But we don't care because we're calling that art now. That's what we do. Okay, here we go. And let's put this on here. Here's more of the art glitter glue coming in for action. This is a very strong glue. Don't kid yourself. Don't Don't kid yourself because it says glitter that it might not be strong or something, or art glue that it's not strong. It doesn't have the word gorilla in it or anything like that. No, it's a very strong glue. There you go. The only thing I've heard about it is that it can go chunky or doesn't flow well in the winter. So often they don't even sell it in the winter. So maybe cold weather it doesn't like. Maybe this is not the time of year to buy it. Maybe buy it in the spring or summer or something like that. There we go. I mean, that's pretty easy, right? And of course, what are we going to do? We're going to stickle it. Okay. Let's see. We have gold, so we could go with gold. I have this in. Cool. Gold. Okay, perfect. All right, let's do that. You can play with the words on the page. You can follow the shape of, yeah, I think I'm just going to come along here because I think you can see it in here between the words. And you don't always have to, you can like leave a space and carry on, and leave a space and carry on. I mean, it could be like Morse code, you know? Or you could do like corners, stuff like that. Maybe make little corner decorations. And then you can always put way too much on like I do because it's just so much darn fun. I can't stop myself. And that's what happens. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Now I think I'm going to ink the edge of this. Yep. Should have done it earlier before I put the stickles on, but I forgot. Okay, get that little edge cut it. And there we go. I think that's very nice. Very nice. Okay, number 2 is done. Here is the prototype, and there is the execution. Oh, I rounded the corner on this one, and I did not here. So you can see the difference. There you go. Okay. Put you over there. Put you over there. And who's next? Who's next? Okay, let's make this little guy. He was fun. How we time was. Okay. This is just a pure tuck. Very easy to do. Very easy to make. So again, we just start with our good old friends. Oop, yep, that's how we get that stuck to our elbow. 2 cards. And then we're going to take, where is that thing? Here it is. This is a, I think it's a 2.5. It's a 2-inch paper punch. There you go. 2-inch paper punch. So just punch yourself a nice half circle. So, and maybe try to shoot this in the middle because you can use this after. Okay, that was a real small one I did, but that's what we're working with and that's where we're going. So I'm just going to make one that goes here. Okay, now we're just going to cover this with something very quickly and very easily. I have some of this left over from the other day. I think if you were watching the other day, you saw me make a brochure junk journal out of this. Well, we're just going to glue this baby down. This is how I get that yucky mat look. I glue on my mat, that's the problem. And then I don't clean it up really well. I should clean it up right away. And I would not have those problems, but sometimes when you're in the throes of making a lot of journals, cleaning up right away just doesn't happen because you're in the throes of making a lot of journals. And you can get buildup. Yep, okay, I'm gonna go a little north here so you can see. Grab my craft knife. Keeping my eye on the blade always. And don't cut towards, you want to cut down or even a little bit away. That way you're not going to get yourself, you know, if you slip. But you shouldn't slip. Make sure your hands are, you know, you have good grip. And put your readers on and just go slow. And everything is good. It's very fast. I mean, you know, I don't know promoting it if somebody cuts their arm off. So if you think you're going to cut your hand off, don't do it, for God's sakes. What were you thinking? Never listen to somebody on YouTube. But yeah, you just want to like get a move on. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's very easy. And you can also use the slidey fishing line things and the other fancy cutters and stuff like that. That works too. You know, you don't have to go to Crafty Knife Town. No, there are many ways to cut. Good old scissors. Nothing wrong with a pair of scissors. You know what I mean? That is really pretty. I like that. Okay, so that's my background. I really didn't need to do all this because why? No, actually that does look nice. Okay, so here's what I'm talking about, people. This is the beautiful gold of it all. Okay, the finger goes in. See, it was already in there once. It's going in again. Yep, here it goes. Just a little bit. Okay, the little goes a long way. And the nice thing about this stuff is it dries fast. You're not sitting there. Let me get closer. Oh yeah. Okay. You're basically painting with your finger. The heat of your finger is melting the wax, and this stuff has really good coverage. I mean, it doesn't take much to get this little guy gold. Okay, so I have layer 1. He's got a few little bald spots. We come back in and we just go over the spots where there was baldness, yeah. And if you use a light finger, it will cover. Yep. There. There we go. Very nice, right? All Goldie-Loo. There it is, all done. And I could have done a bigger half circle, Pam, but you know, that's what you get sometimes. And I'm just going to use the art glitter glue. Here we are. This is your big moment. Art glitter glue, don't fail me now. I think I used Fabrifix last time. And I'll just put it at the bottom. And this is one you're going to want to let dry before you tuck your stuff in there if you're a smart crafter, because then it'll dry all nicey nice. There we go. And we have an adorable little bottom tuck. And then that is going to function as so. And then, whoop, where are you going? Okay. And then all I did was, yes, you guessed it. I came along with the gold stickles and I stickled it. I did, I stickled it. Because I couldn't leave enough alone. No, I couldn't. I thought, you know, this is that time of year. And I got, these things have lasted me forever. I mean, I don't know if I've ever made it to the bottom of a stickle bottle or any of this liquid pearls and stuff. It just, you know, you get these and they just last a long time. And I have stickled with the best of them. You know what I mean? Okay, so we have these, and then I'm going to tuck things in there, but we're going to let it rest right at the moment because it's drying. So we have this guy, and he's going to look like that guy. Oh, and did I round the corners? No, I didn't. Okay. And you can also do the same thing in the back of this. You can have the frontal tuck, and if you glue it like this back can be a pocket on your page, or you could just glue the whole thing down to your page. That's cute, isn't it? That would make a nice business card. Okay, so let's put those over there. And then we have this guy. Whoop, this guy. Okay, so he's going to use the remnants of the previous project, and that's going to be our front. And then we're just going to grab a second one to be the back, and then we'll put something on the back. Let's find some. Okay, we had that pretty paper. Do I have more of that? Yes, I do. Why, Sally Sue, you're asking from the back. This is the inner page of a book. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue that on there. I don't have to go all the way to the bottom because most of this is going to be covered. So, there. Okay, well, might as well make the whole thing glue it because I'm going to glue the whole thing on. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to glue that on. Whoop, too close, sorry. Oh, far away. Yeah, okay. And the easiest way is to look on the back and bring it right to the corner. If you have a nice right angle, half your work is done. Half your work is done. Line it all up. And then all you have to do is cut that. So let's just cut that. Here we go. She's using that knife again. All right. Yeah, cut with whatever you feel safe with comfortable with. I want you guys only having fun. That's it. All right. There we go. So we have that. Now, let me put prototype back over here so you can see prototype. I did ink the back top of this, so let me do that because that's really all you need to cover because that's all that's going to show. All right. Okay. And then this guy is going to come along in the front, and there's a trick to this which makes this easy. Okay, let me show you. Let's get a page that has some writing on it. What about you? Okay, we could use you. All right, so I'm going to glue this down to the writing part. Oh, I love those birds though. Don't use the birds. Okay, I'll find another page. I found another page. Okay, here's more writing. I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to glue this up. I'm going to cover the whole thing with glue. Whole thing. That's right, all to the edges. And everything. Yeah, just like that. It's going to be grand. Yeah. And see what's on the back? Okay. Now I want lots of the text. Now let me go here. I think that's going to be a good spot. Yeah. Now, you come along here. Now this part's easy, right? It's a medium thickness paper, so I think I'm going to use this as opposed to the sanding block. If I had a really light page, I'd use the sanding block. And especially if I have rounded corners, I like to use the sanding block. It's just easier. Yeah. And so 3. Now, I'm going to cut this across. Okay. And now you're saying, well, wait, how are you going to get that circle? It's going to be difficult to cut with the craft knife. And you're absolutely right. It would be difficult to cut. And you could try tearing it out, but that'll be a disaster too, because I tried that. That was a mess. But what you can do is you just come in with your circle punch and you cut just a little bit beyond where the circle was. See that? Just a little bit more. We're taking a bigger bite slightly. Just slightly. Okay. And we punch. These like thicker things too. If you're using any of these, they like thicker things to bite. So if you're finding that it's bunching up, you need something like, just put something else thicker, like some cardstock or chipboard or something under there, or double up your paper. It'll be much happier. See? Ta-da! Done. And so we're going to come here. We're going to do that. This is also one of those that you could do this with. Okay? So you could do that. And if you glue these 2 pieces here and here, here and here, and you're going to put it on a page, you can actually glue this, this, and this, your big U glue for a pocket, stick the whole thing down, and you'll have 2 pockets, and it will be securely secured. Yes. Pardon the redundancy, but yes, it will. And life will be grand, and they will be talking about you for years to come, how you got that so amazingly done so well. Maybe I'll just do that, because I think you get the concept of the other one. You just glue it to itself. But I will show you. It's not hard. You can do this. You've probably already done it. Okay. So we get the fabric. We get the art glitter glue. Okay. Now it shouldn't be gluing down the whole side, but I'm just showing you. If I were gluing it to a page, I'll just get a pretend page. Okay. So this is glued down this side, glued down this side. Okay. Now affix where I want it to be. So it's going to look like that, which these aren't even in the back, see? I've got that extra. But if I were gluing it to a journal page, which I could easily do, I would glue it like the U shape. Okay, so down here, across here, up here. Okay, and here's my journal page. It's a pretty page, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so then I would put it there. There. Now, if you're wanting to do this technique and you don't have a journal done already, you could actually give it a little something like that. And that way, you could give it almost a frame, You could come along and tear it. That would be cool. Let's see what that looks like. So if you want to make a bunch of these up ahead of time, okay. Just to give it something to do, I like something to do. It keeps us out of trouble. Yeah? Okay, closer. Okay. Get that with your thumb. Pew! Okay, not bad. I could have done better. And then across the top. Let's start from the center. We get lucky. Oh yeah, we were lucky on that one. Okay. So now you have this little guy who's mounted. Okay, and now you could just glue this entire thing to your journal page and it will have a really cool background already. But you have a pocket here. You have a pocket here. And you have a pocket here. It's amazing, isn't it? I know, it's riveting. So, that was very easy. Oh, how did I do the little butterfly? Butterfly was very easy. Come with me, little pocket piece, as you stay stuck to my finger. I had this little collection of, I just cut these out with my butterfly punch. This guy, I think it's a Fiskar. And then I inked him up. So you can see what Dunsey looks like. There he is, Dunsey. And it was much easier with the other one. Don't like this. Okay, I'm gonna switch daubers. I've created one out of a spool and sponge, which I got the idea from Jessica Rapp. Thank you very much, Jessica. And check her channel out if you have not checked it out. She has an amazing junk journal channel. She's very inspirational. She has a lot of very unique, original ideas. I'll put a link down below so you can check her. Check her. Okay, So here we go. Something like that. And then, yes, it happened. It did. Okay. And and you can bend these up if you want a little bit and give them a little roundness so they have some dimension. But if it's going to get squashed in a book, it'll go flat anyway. But you do what you like, you know. I mean, maybe it's going to go on the front of your book or the back of your book or on some Happy Mail or who knows. Pockets can go anywhere. They really can go anywhere. And okay, we're taking this puppy home. I want more darkness. Give me more darkness. Take me to the depths and beyond. I want chocolate on the edges. Chocolate. Okay, good enough, I guess. All right, pop you down. You can go over your edges. That's all right. And then I stickled him. Okay, so this is what I did. And I just think all the contrasting colors are pretty. And then you put in a little bling and you are just going to town. You know what I mean? Life is grand, sparkly, the way it ought to be. Enough of this other nonsense. I don't want to hear about another variant of anything. I am crafting. I'm hiding in my craft room and I'm crafting. And I come out and I walk and I grocery shop, go to the post office, and I come back and I craft some more. Play with my dog. And life's good. That's right. All right, so stay safe out there. I don't want to hear, you know, I know people are getting sick, and we certainly wish our well wishes to everybody who's going through stuff right now. It's no fun, and it's bad, so we're certainly praying for everybody. Okay, there you go. How about that little guy? He's just cute as a button, right? And here's what his brethren look like. Yeah, there you go. So on a backing, no backing, longer pocket, shorter pocket. You can do them all. And I totally forgot to ink that. I don't, you guys will forgive me, right? Okay, I'll just get in here and do that. So it's called the After the Fact ink. That's what that is. Yeah, that's what that was. Right there. And okay, so let's take a quick peek about what we did today. And again, just a quick reminder, don't forget, I've got the sale going on right now. Check out the Etsy shop. Today is the last day. And so sales don't come along that often at the Paper Outpost. So this is a good time to jump on that if you're thinking about it. And what else? Okay, so for everybody who is new, those of you who have heard, you probably heard this before. But if you haven't heard this before, this might be new to you. My videos come out Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, 7 a.m. Eastern Time. My podcasts come out Tuesdays and Thursdays. They're free to listen to. They're all audio. They talk about junk journals, paper crafting, life of a crafter, answering crafty questions. I have a Facebook group. Come on, join our Facebook group. We're doing a lot of weekly and monthly challenges, having a lot of fun over there, and seeing what you guys make from these videos. I have an Amazon shop where you can find favorite tools and supplies. So if you're looking for strange little gizmos or stuff that you see me use on here, you can probably find a link to it in my Amazon shop. And back it up a little, wrong way. And I have an Etsy shop where you can find vintage DigiKits, printable downloads. I have over 126 of them. And you can, there's 5 pages each, lots to pick from. They're theme related. Well, they're not that well organized, but they are themed. I will organize them, I promise. And what else? There's also occasionally journals for sale and bundles for sale. And I have FUNDLEs, which are the collections of the old papers, if you like those, to work with old ledger and postcards and whatnot, hand-dyed papers, things like that. And what else? You can find me on Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook, and all the links are in the drop-down box below. This video, easy to find on the PC. I have no idea where to find it elsewhere, but it is there somewhere. And if you find value or had fun here, please like, subscribe, and share, and tell your friends. And remember that fun can be simple, and create with reckless abandon, everybody. You just never know what you're going to come up with. I hope you're having lots of fun. And from me and Sunny and all of us here to all of you, happy and safe holidays, and soon to be Merry Christmas. And we'll see you soon back at the Paper Outpost. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.